Backyard Plus can help save you money by avoiding costly service calls for repairs that you can easily do yourself. This video shows you how to replace a failed circulation pump. We'll start by removing the lid of the control box. On spas made prior to 1997, this is not necessary as the circulation pump simply plugs into the bottom of the control box. The circulation pump is typically located near the heater and is a small pump with 3/4 inch plumbing attached to it. With the power to the spa turned off, we need to disconnect the power cord for the circulation pump from the control box. Typically the wires are connected with flag terminals and a ground screw, or all 3 wires will use flag terminals. After the wires are disconnected from the board, squeeze the strain relief clamp together with a pair of channel lock pliers and pull the clamp and wires out. Next, using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the screws holding the circulation pump to the floor of the equipment compartment. Usually 2 screws are used. Once the screws are removed, the pump should be free from the equipment compartment floor. After unmounting the pump, we need to prepare to disconnect the pump from the plumbing. This can be done by draining the spa, or by pinching off the water lines using locking pinch-off pliers like these. You'll need 2 of them and they are available at Harbor Freight or your local hardware store. You'll need to pinch off both lines going in and out of the circulation pump. Now we can remove the clamps for the input and output water lines on the pump. Usually spring clamps are used that simply need to be squeezed together while moving the clamp out of position. There is a tool made specifically for squeezing the clamps open, but channel lock pliers work great. Once the clamps are removed, we need to attach the power cord to the new pump. Simply cut the old power cord from the old pump and strip back the insulation. This is done easily by bending the cord and using a box cutter with a fresh blade to score the insulation. The insulation should split apart easily because the cord is bent, making it easy to avoid cutting the wires under the insulation. The new Circ pump usually comes with the power cord already installed. If your pump comes with the correct power cord for your spa, then you don't need to do this process and can just use the included power cord. After the insulation is removed, about a 1/2 inch needs to be stripped off the end of each of the 3 wires. This should be done using a set of wire strippers. Be careful not to damage the wires themselves while stripping back the coating. Next, remove the back cover off of the new pump by removing the screw that holds it in place. This exposes the wire terminals inside the pump. Then unscrew the cord strain relief clamp and then put the strain relief pieces on the cord in the same order they came out of the pump. A diagram is included with the pump that shows the order that the strain relief pieces go on the cord as well. Now, fit the wires for the cord into the new pump and tighten down the strain relief clamp to hold it in place. Lastly, connect the 3 wires to the terminals on the pump. The terminals are spring-loaded and need to be pulled back slightly to insert each wire. Start with the L terminal and pull it away from the side where the wire inserts, and insert the black wire. When you release the terminal, the wire should be clamped down. Pull the wire gently to make sure it's secure. The white wire goes on the end terminal and the green wire goes on the terminal with the ground symbol. Be sure to twist the ends of the wires prior to inserting them so that all strands of the wire fit in the terminal. After all the wires are connected and neatly in place, the cap can be reinstalled on the pump. There is a thin O-ring around the edge where the cap seals. Make sure this O-ring is seated in place and then reinstall the cap. If the cord is exiting the pump in an inconvenient position, you can loosen the collar around the pump so the motor can be rotated to change the position of the cord. Be sure to retighten the collar after repositioning the motor, otherwise the pump will leak. Next it's time to remove the old pump. Just twist the pump sideways and it should break free easily from the hoses. If you didn't drain the spa, you can use wine corks to plug the ends of the hoses to help keep water that is making it past the locking pinching pliers from getting everywhere. Then put the new pump in place and attach the hoses. Be careful with the 1/4 inch line coming off the elbow as it's fairly easy to snap off. Put the spring clamps back in place again using the channel locks. And once the spring clamps are back in place, the pinching pliers can be removed. If the hoses remain flat after removing the pinching pliers, use a pair of channel locks to massage the hoses back into shape. Use the new screws provided to mount the circulation pump to the floor of the spa. If the position of the circulation pump makes it difficult to be mounted, then leaving it unmounted is fine. Now, first double checking that the power to the spa is still turned off, reconnect the power cord for the circulation pump to the control box. Install the strain relief clamp first, then connect the wires to the terminals as marked on the circuit board. If your new cord requires a screw for mounting the grounding wire, it can be secured using the screw terminal located next to any flag terminal type grounding connections. Lastly, reinstall the control box lid, turn the power back on, and the pump should turn on and the spa should start heating. And then the repair is complete. Thanks for watching, and look for our other videos designed to help you maintain and repair your spa yourself. And don't forget to visit us on the web at backyardplus.com, where we make it easy for you to find anything you need for your hot springs, Tiger River, Solana, Hotspot, or Limelight spa.